You know.
Right, but we can't allow her to take a human form, I think.
I said would be barked in my mouth.
I was about to say, you need to, you need to jump on board. So, here's my towel.
I'm a half
Tessa gets really flushed, and she's like,
Go
man, these people piss me off so much. I feel like they're really grilling me. I don't know what the point of this interrogation is, but, you know, I offered to help them. I don't know why they're being such a dick. And right as she's about to say something, you just reach across and grab the acorn thing that's still left. And you just how much of it do you break off?
like whatever I saw him.
Yeah, like
do
half.
it, yeah.
All right, roll 20 twice.
Any message for Zinzarina?
That's all. She gets it.
No, I'm asking.
You're not doing it in the voice though.
You got any message for Zinzarina?
Fuck these people up. I hate them. What was your first roll?
13.
Great. All right. So you're going to be in pretty good shape, and then roll your wisdom.
I did 20.
Whoa! Is there a wisdom bonus?
Well, with my bone, I don't know that. I rolled my
you
second.
have a wisdom bonus. You have a 10. Okay. Still.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Cut to Tween looking at the camera going, by about that time, the Duke boys had had enough.
So yeah, all of a sudden, you guys notice Esmeralda's eyes go super black and creepy, and you did not. You just reached across.
I thought it'd be funnier if I did it that way, but now I regret that we didn't talk about what I should ask.
You roll high in your constitution so you don't crack your jaw on the side of a furniture, but you guys do kind of notice her dramatically reach across, bite off half an acorn, and smirk as she falls into a clump on the floor, and her eyes get very black and glossed over. You go through a wind tunnel all of a sudden, and everything very Michel Gondry just flies by your vision, and bamf, you are in what looks like a quarry with big sort of stalks of yellow mushroom fungus growing out of the ground.
I look to the sky and I scan the horizon looking for...
It looks like outer space and blackness.
Right.
And you just hear kind of whistling noises.
Okay, I can't see any like planets or stars in the sky at all.
Roll 20. Great, so you think you see in the distance one kind of looks like one of the towers, just kind of like.
Oh.
Just turn off your fucking Siri, you son of a... It's Cortana, I'm sorry, you have the Android phone.
Sorry, I'm gonna head towards the dock.
Cortana,
right?
No,
Isn't that the
Windows.
Microsoft? Okay. I don't know. I don't know
but they call it Cortana?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that from Halo?
Just Google.
Uh-huh.
They just call it Google.
No, but for Microsoft
Cortana's
phones, they
on
do call it
Windows,
Cortana, yeah.
Yeah.
They ripped off the Halo name. Yeah.
Well, no, it is Microsoft.
It's Microsoft.
They own it. So.
It's Cortana's voice too.
Isn't it weird?
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Good luck getting a Windows phone.
Oh my god, listeners, Brian just took his iPhone and threw it in his pool.
That's crazy.
You see a tower in the distance, Sarah. You see a sort of fuzzy, thin thread in the distance. And
Man, I guess I'll start walking towards the tower. Why not?
start walking. You hear off to your right
Hello?
You don't hear a response.
Okay, I keep walking.
Alright. You feel like you're not getting much closer. It seems really far away.
Is anybody out there?
You hear it feels like you hear like kind
Saw
of
that one coming.
some crunching noises, maybe getting a little closer.
Me too.
Okay, I just like absently like rub my ears and keep walking for a while.
You hear, hello? You're
Okay.
looking for something?
Look out, Sandy Dick.
Oh, no.
Hi.
And you see, did you get a good look at the...
No, I didn't see it before.
Alright,
Yeah.
so you see what looks like a teenage violet drow with weird claw fingers and a strange robe.
Claw feet?
Hovering above you. It's like 10 feet above you.
Okay.
I gotta look these rooms up. I forget what these rooms do.
She seems like she's...
Sophie, I just sat down. No.
More of a
Dude, you
predatory
had
experience.
hours.
And
I
she,
mean, we were buds.
I know, I heard.
well, you didn't seem interested in her right away, so she seems a little more coy, and she's like, what do you want? What are you looking for? What's going on here?
I'm friends with Twee, who you met. He's still recovering.
Where's he?
Well, it was a tough trip. It's a long journey up here. He's jet lagged. So
It's not that long. This is like a, what do you call it? Like an avatar-like representation of where I really am. You're not physically here right now.
Oh, well, yeah.
You're inside your mind projecting as much of where I am as your brain can muster, but it's only so much.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I guess. I didn't really understand any of how that worked at all.
I mean, you seem curious, so I'm telling you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That's why I'm here. I wanted to hear more.
Okay, how many are in this? 4? Okay. A D4 is reroll any item pedestals on the floor. Does not reroll, okay. So I guess I should have saved that?
That's why I'm here. I wanted to hear more about your deal.
My deal is I'm just trying to be born again.
You want to be born again into a body?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Ask her if she can get Eagles tickets.
A body on our planet in our time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that any particular reason? Now and not before?
So bored up here.
It's been a while.
It has. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I miss having, like a game to play. You know what I'm saying?
Games are fun.
Yeah.
So do you have like a body preference, or are you just sort of gonna wing it with whatever works?
I just feel like I have a connection more to certain bodies than others.
Yeah.
Bodies are weird. They're these forms that just happen. They're such wonderful coincidences, and I just like when the coincidences line up just so.
So what kind of coincidence?
That's not
are you
a
looking
coincidence.
for? Have you found your body?
If I found my body, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, I didn't know if there was something you had to do, to make it happen.
I need someone here with me, not like the way you are right now. I can help you get here.
Right.
If you want me to help you get here.
I understand. So you need somebody to come here, and then you can take their body?
Take is a harsh word. It's more of a partnership I'm looking for.
Would they stay in it, or are they just done when it's over?
No, they would stay in.
Oh, okay, so it would be a shared kind of situation.
Yeah, I would just like to share more of the wheel than most people are really willing to.
Down.
It's just like everyone's got their own journey, and I have my own journey, and you have yours, and you've already had like a journey, and I just want to express more than you will for like at least a little while.
That makes sense.
And
So
what was great was like I found this one person who seemed to not care about that part at all.
Yeah, they were just willing to sort of give it all, let Jesus take the
Yeah, which
wheel.
was super generous, and I tried to let her know that, and she was like grateful that I let her know that. And it seemed like we had an agreement, and I don't understand why you guys are showing up all of a sudden. It's fine, but I'm just curious why it's you guys and not the people who I've been hanging out with. You guys seem to have a lot of questions that are like a little
I'm not
standoffish.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like say anything about those other people at all. It's just that I think you, from what I understand, are very old, very wise, and it seems like you'd probably want a body that had a little bit more curiosity built in.
That's fine, I
see
didn't
what
like
you're
that
saying,
run
yeah.
anyway.
It feels like that'd be a better fit. So, but we're just trying to.
You wanna go
look, I'm
Snoopy?
just a scholar. I'm just interested in this stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm very generous.
Oh, my smelly.
So
I've heard that.
whoever.
smelly.
Yeah, she goes. Oh, thank you. I'm glad the word is out. I will give so much back. I will let you drive sometimes, and when you drive, you'll be able to do things you could never do.
Mm-hmm.
What do you?
Like what kind of thing?
What do you regret?
Hey, stop that.
That's a very personal question.
Well, maybe we don't know each other well enough yet, but that's something that I could help you take care of.
Do you think you could help me if I wanted to become a more powerful person in my world?
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you want?
Yeah. Do you have any?
Sarah came back weird.
What? I'm just trying to. Like, what is your agenda once we get there? I mean, like, once we go back to the world.
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest with you. If you were to get here, it's not going to be as quiet as it is right here now. I'm kind of like in real exile. Right now it's just you and me here and some basic visual representations of where I am. If you were to actually come here, I'm kind of being what they call tortured. I'm kind of like being what they call guarded. There's just all these bodies around me right now that are kind of like putting me through, I don't know how to put it, just like agony, like kind of like I'm in this weird cosmic hell up here, and I'm just trying to get out of this hell. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to like have to unleash it, but there's like some real evil things up here like causing me violence, and I would like to bring violence to them, not you, not your world, but just enough to break free of that, because I just can't take that anymore.
Right. See, that is I mean, that makes more sense than anything I've heard about you or any of this, really up until this point. Because I have to be honest that the word on the planet is that, you know, you are kind of maybe a little scary, and that you may have sort of more nefarious motives than just, you know, wanting to live again. And I think that might be some of the hesitation that you've got, and maybe some of the reason that people haven't come back when they said they would.
And maybe all I need is a mortal mind to help steer me in the right direction.
The compass, yeah, that makes sense.
If
That's a
only
great
someone
point.
would hand over a compass to me. I just feel so lost and confused up here. If someone could just bring me a compass. And on that note,
Tell me about Lolth.
she goes, she's a drow goddess who controls everything. You'll never stop her. She's half of a spider and she lives underground. And then come back into the room, and your neck hurts really bad because you fell in a clump. But you're dehydrated. Typha walks over, offers you some acai berry, and
Thank
says,
you.
hey, that was a little rash. I thought you were the smart one. What the fuck was that?
Well, I figured time, you know, was running short here, what with the whole moon crashing and the stuff. So then I filled them in on what happened.
And yeah, you know, you
Crazy, right?
Including Dessa, by the way. I want to make sure Dessa does.
Really?
Yeah, I want her to hear this too.
So when you tell Dessa what happened, she gets even more huffy. Like, you feel like she's gonna just have a heart attack, and she's just like, it's like, I'm telling you, I've been trying to tell you, just trying to bring her a moral compass. That's all I'm trying to do. It seems very simple. She's willing to become mortal again, and part of why I had friends helping me was so, like, I was gonna have spells cast on me, so I would not be able to cast spells on my own anymore. I would be like completely harmless. I would be just like a null neutral form for her. But you guys are making this so, I mean, sure, I might have been helping a apocalypse death cult bring tendrils to the moon and crash in the air, but that was an accident. That's because my friends had ulterior motives. It's not.
Well, I, for one, found her very convincing. So now I think that maybe we should just let her have a body,
Really?
is what I say to Dessa.
Okay, she says, and I say that body should be Lenny Kravitz. She's like, I know I haven't had the best luck, but if that's really how you feel, if you want to just let me have the other half of that thing you just tore in half, I feel like I could give if I got lucky, if the timing was right. Dessa's saying this.
Should we all just trip?
Well, she'll actually do the finger touchy touch.
Roll a 20-sided dice spring.
Pretty low. What would it be for?
+1 for religion.
Okay. Just a 4.
Static. I want to hold on to that card though. And she says, "Look, like I just want to make this work. I mean, I don't know what we got to do. What we got to do." Master Magnus says, "Do not give her more drugs."
No, we're not going to give
I'm
her. Yeah.
against that too.
He's like, there might be another solution here, but I do think if we're gonna head to Gantham, we should get the hell out.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. Mr. Fan, hold on, let me scoot your butt. Okay, there you go. That's my little boy. Oh, that's my little man. Oh, that's my little man. I love you. One more.
Get the hell out of Tenchel.
Yeah, let's do it.
Dessa, as you guys make it to the front door, says, I have to go to the bathroom.
Go ahead.
When you guys let me go in the alley over here, go to the bathroom real quick.
Somebody go with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going.
So can a lady please go with me?
Oh, okay, I go with her.
Either you or Jendi or Typa.
There you go.
Okay, so you go into the alley with her, and there's like a sewer grate and some stacked up wooden pallets, and she says, "I'm gonna just go behind these wooden pallets."
I don't think that's necessary.
Can you just?
We've all got the same parts.
She just goes like, Can you just like look away for a second, or she just gets really like.
She wants me to look away? No, I just pour out a little water. That should help her grow. That usually helps, though.
Okay. You see her
move one of her arms up and start spinning one of her fingers.
Oh, I thought we
Like
had
this.
her. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tackle her.
You've got her. Okay. Do an athletics check.
Hey, am I nearby?
No. She's around the
I said
corner.
all three girls go.
Oh,
They
did
all
you?
go. I did.
I missed that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would advise.
All right, so I'm gonna say we're gonna do a quick retcon of what I thought was happening because that makes sense and right, like
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at.
And
Yeah.
Jendi,
Yeah. So okay, so all three of it, and I'm gonna say that this was that the other two were saying the same thing as you. I mean, they're like, yeah, no, like whatever. And when you start pouring water, it's like, what'd you roll?
14. I mean, total 14.
Okay. Right as you tackle her, you get a Jendi and Typha both don't know what to do. You're the only one tackling her. You hear a little above your head, and you see this black form kind of hovering, and you knock her to the ground, and you look over your shoulder, and you see what looks like a black bird just flapping its wings. What do you think?
That's her familiar, right?
yeah, a raven.
What are they doing?
That's so familiar.
They're like, oh shit, and Jendi is reaching for what looks like a wand on her belt, and Typha is reaching for something in her bag.
Wand?
Okay, so I call out to the rest of the guys. Like, I'm like, she called a familiar. And then,
What do you guys do? You hear from the alley, she called a familiar.
I come running around.
All right, so you guys come around, before
You can get there. The raven is like already like shooting off into the sky.
I cast.
It's gonna get like a solid 40 feet away before you can cast. So it's got to be a spell that's got that kind of distance.
Okay.
You're pinning her to the ground, so it's not as simple as just using another action in the same round.
What's she doing? She's probably sending a message to somebody, but we killed her stupid friends, so.
Okay, I cast Melf's acid arrow at the crow.
Oh hell yeah!
What acid arrow?
Melf's classic.
Melf's?
Yeah,
it's
classic D&D.
It is. I love it. Okay.
Nope.
This is for you. It's leftover wax from my other candle. There's no charms in it or anything. But it melts like mad. It's
you put it in a...
no, Kindy did it for me.
Oh, that's good. That's cool.
She's like, no, you need all wax.
I actually don't like
You
the
don't like that
smell of
smell?
it. I don't like
No
cinnamon.
problem.
I don't like any. It's like red hot cinnamons.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, though.
I was gonna say, but if I ever give her more candle and she makes some of these, you have to put them in another container because this is what happens to them. They just melt into pieces.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when you were burning it, I didn't like it.
Okay. Good to know?
Okay.
Alright.
Just gonna make me get up in 5 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead and turn the light.
Okay. How's my baby smelling? How's my baby smelling? How's my baby smelling? Oh my. Hey, okay, gosh. You're so crazy. Mr. Man, Mr. Man. Okay.
Milf's elves like to fuck.
Only because it has a 90-foot range. So.
Yeah, it's a really good one. So on hit, target takes 44 acid damage immediately and 2d4 acid.
Obliterate the crow.
Yeah.
It's a elf, a mom elf, I'd like to.
Oh, don't ruin Melf's acid arrow.
I'm afraid it made a saving throw.
What? The crow made its saving throw? Raven? Whatever.
I'll cast an Eldritch Blast at it.
Go for it. I wanted that to work.
I know. What a disappointing
5.
beginning to my second level spell.
Well, you see this acid bolt kind of materialize in purple flame and just kind of just zaps right under this thing's wing.
Yeah, and
as it
miss a
flies away.
bird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's anticlimactic.
I know. All right, so this is also got amazing. What did you roll?
I hit it for 5.
It did not make a saving throw, so the Eldritch Blast hits it, and it does not die, but you fucking beat the shit out of this thing.
Firing a crossbow bolt at it right after that.
Okay. Roll 20.
Yeah.
It's a hit. Roll for damage.
Oh, got it. Yep.
That was a sketchy room.
You know, when Brian's rolling up dice like this, it sure is powerful, thirsty rolling. That's when I reach for a cold, frosty bottle. Get good water.
I'm still getting a...
I can't hear you because Blaine did so loud in the microphone. What did you say?
That's
I was wondering if I have a plus on my crossbow. It doesn't look like.
Oh, no, I'm afraid not.
Just a 2.
Okay, so it's not... you see this thing look like it's got a broken wing, kind of like go...
Fire another one.
Be of good water. That's good water.
That one hits 2, right? 13. Oh, 7 on that.
Okay. So you see this thing go throop out of the sky, finally, and Dessa is extra pissed off.
Good.
You
Did I kill your bird?
just go like this.
On the next side eye.
Maybe it's time that she found out some of the secrets.
Jendi goes to try to tie her arm up again and can't get a hold of her. When you went to go cast your spell, you just kind of like left her pinned but unrestrained enough. Her arms were getting kind of free. And
I have rope.
okay. However, you hear another poof above you guys. And a different kind of black form appears this time.
What is it?
It looks like sort of like a tear in space. It just looks like a sort of like hollow black emptiness with wings and like a body in the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's not quite a raven. It's almost like you can see like outer space in it.
Where's that place we want to go? Don't know the other town we want to head to?
Gantham?
Gantham. Yeah, Bodhi's sick of this kid's shit. And he just knocks her out.
Okay.
I know how he just hit Dessa pretty hard in the head.
Roll a strength check.
Welcome to my world.
Jesus Christ.
I hit her
Yeah, she
25.
loses a tooth as you
Good.
just crunch her.
Sleep.
You guys notice, and especially you, Esmeralda, this thing that looks like a bat made of a tear in space and time. It's just kind of hovering, and it looks like it's hovering kind of over your shoulder towards the brick cobblestone wall right next to you in the alley.
When he knocks her out, it doesn't do anything to the...
No.
Doesn't disappear.
No.
Can you dispel magic on that, or what?
Yeah.
Do you still have it, or did you spend your dispel magic that you have?
I think I did.
You did use dispel magic.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I didn't know if it was a cantrip.
Can I look at my little drow orb and see if there's any like sparks or
give me
lights
a-
or
It's
anything?
not helping you right
Fire.
now.
I'm getting away
It's looking
from
a lot
this.
like a map right now.
I'm getting away from this thing. Is
Okay.
it close to me? How close is it?
It's like 6 inches over your shoulder.
Oh.
Like it appeared like right over you, and now it's kind of like.
If I move, is it moving with me?
My
no,
boy.
but it does look like it's
My
almost like
little
an animal, like
boy.
moving towards this wall.
My
behind
little
you.
man.
Let's just get out of here.
The little
Well,
mister.
I feel like we should do something about this
The
thing.
little
Yeah.
man.
Can
You
I?
see it kind of
The
land against
sleepiest
the wall.
man.
and
Okay, I
start to
swing
disappear.
my green sword at it.
The
with water
sleepiest
stuff.
boy.
All right, roll a 20.
The sleepiest
It's Star
boy
Coil.
is my little man. Just my little
9.
man. My
With
little
what's-
man.
with your
My
strength
little
bonus,
man. You're the best
My
friend,
strength bonus
man.
is 2.
Oh, okay, that's a hit.
You.
So
Love you so much.
you're gonna want to roll.
Yeah, I don't know what this sword does.
Yeah.
so-
It's based on this. Hey, what's this stat check brought to you by?
When I get home after a long day in the Jeep, there's only one thing that I can think of.
Two-headed fat guy's a new enemy. BF good water.
Good water.
That's good water.
BF good water. That's good water.
Please roll 2d6.
What's this happy dick doing?
BF good water. No longer associated with BFF good water.
5 total.
All right, so you get this this strange charge as you hit. So you do 5 damage, but also for just a second, as your sword connects with this thing, it turns shiny black. And you're not sure what that means, but it gets shiny and black as the sword just goes clank right into the wall, right where this thing is. And this thing kind of like buzzes.
God damn it,
Pulled out
I
of
hate
the
these
wall.
stupid worms
Why?
that stick their head out of the ground.
Again, it looks like a
Those
bat
and
made
the
of a tear
wasps
in
are
space.
the lamest
You see this
bullshit.
blackness in this shape.
Like, it feels like we shouldn't let that thing escape, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna hack at it.
Great, roll a 20.
You're not concerned? Alright.
Space bat.
16.
All right, that is a hit.
Oh no.
Roll your damage, please.
It's fire damage, you know that, because it's Herald of Kelm.
Oh, that's right. You've pressed your thumb against a little pin, and all of a sudden the blood sacrifice has ignited fire in the Herald of Kelmar.
Was it how rolling damage?
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize what this is?
What is duct
My
tape?
Arcana.
That doesn't sound good.
Do an Arcana check that I'll pay off when he's done telling me the damage.
10.
Great. So, as you stick your sword in this thing, it almost looks like your sword is just like continuing instead of stabbing it, and the flames, as they go through the shape, fill the whole shape for a second. And for a second, it looks like this thing is just bursting into flame. And when you pull your sword out of it, it goes over the city wall.
Oh, so it leaves.
All right.
I didn't
16 was my Arcana.
Really fast.
Okay.
After it's been hit with a couple of sword hits. You realize this is a different kind of familiar. This is just darker magic. So, yeah.
I'm gonna now bind Dessa,
Okay.
so she can't do any more spells.
As you do that, you see a crack of
Put a hood on her head too.
red lightning overhead. You put a hood over her head, and they say, "Let's go. We should
Oh my God.
just go." Jendi says the way she got here from the royal keep when she brought back the drugs was she took a tunnel through the wall. So let's go tunnel through the wall and just get out of town.
Okay.
So you guys book it. It's raining a little bit. You get out of town, and there's woods in front of you. You know Gantham is in the other side of these woods. It's going to probably take you like a full day and a half of hiking without horses. If you want, you can try and pick your horses
These
back up at the
magnetic
city
bullets are
gates.
fucking
They're
it up.
up for you.
I don't even know if I still have my ticket.
What do we care about the guards seeing us?
Well, we can't go with Dessa, but everybody else can just get the horses, right?
All right.
I think we should try to get the horses.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm invisible. I'm getting the horses.
You're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
Alright.
back it up for these horse
While he
story.
goes and does running the royal keep when she brought back the drugs, was she took a tunnel through the wall. So let's go tunnel through the wall and just get out of town.
Okay.
So you guys book it. It's raining a little bit. You get out of town, and there's woods in front of you. You know Gantham is in the other side of these woods. It's going to probably take you like a full day and a half of hiking without horses. If you want, you can try and pick your horses back up at the city gates, but the guards will see you.
I don't even know if I still have my ticket.
What do we care about the guards seeing us?
Well, we can't go with Dessa, but everybody else can just get the horses, right?
All right.
I think we should try to get the horses.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm invisible. I'm getting the horses.
You're going to whoomp.
Yeah.
All right. While he goes and does that, you feel over your shoulder, Bodhi, Dessa's starting to come to a little bit.
I knock her head into a tree.
What?
Roll a strength check.
Oh, yeah, I was reading an article.
It's been hit with a couple of sword hits. You realize this is a different kind of familiar. This is just darker magic. So, yeah.
I'm gonna now bind Dessa,
Okay.
so she can't do any more spells.
As you do that, you see a crack of
Put a hood on her head too.
red lightning overhead. You put a hood over her head, and they say, "Let's go. We should just go." Jendi says the way she got here from the royal keep when she brought back the drugs was she took a tunnel through the wall. So let's go tunnel through the wall and just get out of town.
Okay.
So you guys book it. It's raining a little bit. You get out of town, and there's woods in front of you. You know Gantham is in the other side of these woods. It's going to probably take you like a full day and a half of hiking without horses. If you want, you can try and pick your horses back up at the city gates, but the guards will see you.
I don't even know if I still have my ticket.
What do we care about the guards seeing us?
Well, we can't go with Dessa, but everybody else can just get the horses, right?
All right.
I think we should try to get the horses.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm invisible. I'm getting the horses.
Okay,
You're gonna.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right. While he goes and does that, you feel over your shoulder, Bodhi, Dessa's starting to come to a little
I
bit.
knock her head into a tree.
What?
Roll a strength check.
Knock it off.
It's like Jason.
No, not violently, but just
Oh, okay. Okay, I knock her head
just
through.
like shut the fuck up.
Not
I'm
violent.
chasing next to the sleeping bag.
Okay. She's settled down,
Good.
but you hear under the hood,
You're in trouble now, motherfucker.
You hear a low rumble, and you see not Twee who's going to fetch the horses. You see a little shape in the woods, kind of marching towards you, kind of.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I left a heart
Investigate. Just gonna wait for Twee
somewhere
to show
else.
up.
How far is it?
Twee, you get. It's about 100 yards into the woods. Twee, you
And
see
it's walking towards us?
you see 4 horses tied up. They're in a stable. They're down like a little hallway full of hay and stuff, and there are 2 guards in front of the stable.
Hey, you say?
Straw on the ground.
So 2 guards, and what are they wearing?
Plate armor?
Plate armor, do they look badass? They have like big
They're
swords,
pretty badass, yeah.
like magical swords and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hit him with a fireball.
Alright.
I thought you were invisible to try to get them.
Yeah, I just felt like he
A giant plume of flame smacks into these guys.
Alright,
Roll for damage.
what's a fireball do? I'm sorry, I forget.
It sets people on fire.
And hey,
Bunch of damage.
While he looks up the damage for his fireball, you
I
guys
might
see what
unlock
looks like a little kobold.
that character if I get
marching
another
towards
heart.
you. And as he gets closer, Typha goes, "It's that motherfucker. Do you remember? It's that motherfucker, Yondu, who came to Tinat. And he threatened us."
Oh. I forgot that kobolds look like lizards. It's the guy who was threatening war with the dragon. The very one Typha was fighting with when we met her.
But he was
yeah.
a total pussy, right?
It's the Herald of Stormdor. That little motherfucker is here to announce that the kobolds are declaring war on Tentral.
We don't have time for this shit. So we got a lot of stuff
This
going
little
on.
guy waddles up to you guys and goes,
This is so tricky because it's like, what's the plot? What's the subplot? I don't even know. Do we stay here and fight this dragon?
Typha takes out a large omelet pan and just crushes this thing's skull.
Good.
And says, "Well, that's a little simpler." Twee, what did you roll for damage?
31.
I was going to split him in half with
The
my
2
sword.
guards run away screaming. They're heavily armored, but they were not ready for an invisible force to hit them with flame right now.
With a fireball? Okay, good.
Yeah, they look like they're going to probably come to their senses in a second because they're probably well trained, but they were not ready for invisible fire. So they squeal and they kind of run like 20 feet away, but they're not looking at the stable at all. They're just panicking for a second.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna jump on my horse. I'm gonna grab the reins of the other horses behind me. I'm gonna go, yeah, whoa, wah. I'm gonna do some Western type stuff, and then we're gonna you're gonna cue some Brad Paisley, and then I'm gonna come riding through the hay, and as I leave the stable, I'm gonna set the hay on fire behind me with some fire bolts.
Do a performance check, difficulty 20.
We don't have Brad Paisley. This devil went down to Georgia, okay?
I'd rather have Pepsi. 7.
What's your
7 with a
bonus?
performance. Sorry, I have to keep checking this because I couldn't print it out today. Plus 12.
Oh no!
So 19.
Roll a 4-sided
Oh my
dice,
god.
and that is
die.
how many horses you get.
By the way, I was at Comic-Con. I'd like to thank whoever yelled black and green. 1.
You just get some real butterfingers casting that spell, and as you cast it, you get all the horses out of the stable.
She's hot,
But
but her fingers.
The rest of that is the top one dumbest joke I've ever heard in my life. As you cast the spell and move your hands around to set the stables on fire, the other horses' reins slip through, and because it's raining and there's creepy magic lightning, they just run off into the woods.
Okay.
And the soldiers see you on the horse and go, What the fuck?"
You could have just asked for your horse.
Yeah, they're
back.
like, aren't these your horses? Why are you stealing them?
Hey, use it or lose it.
They go, this guy's a real weirdo.
Did you only get one? Did he get all four? That's what an asshole.
He lost all the horses but one.
By the way, I'm in a towel.
Right. Alright, so you guys see Twee.
Well, I'm gonna bring the horse back. I don't even need a horse. So whoever wants the horse can have
He
it.
comes flying in with a horse on reins and kind of pointing at it proudly.
God damn it, I'm gonna die.
Good job.
Who wants the horse?
The horse came in here.
You really did it.
Alright, so what are you gonna do? How are you gonna take advantage of this horse and the fact that you currently have a party of...
Yep, there it is.
Okay, I'm going to get horses. We need them to get to the town, right?
Yeah. So what do you
They'll
say?
take it
Sorry,
back.
guys, my friend.
Yes, I go back.
Alright. Go back.
I go back.
There's two guards,
Okay.
and they both got their chest plates off because they're severely burned from this
He's been
fireball.
tripping. He tripped twice today.
The leather straps are broken on their armor, and they're like,
ones to get the horses.
they're like, wait, these are your horses, right?
Yes,
What the fuck?
Our guy has gone rogue. He took some weird pill to try to sleep, and it made him crazy. So,
Are you sure he's not just controlled by an uncontrollable chaotic force?
no, he's a good guy. He needs a good night's sleep.
Okay.
I'm in the kitchen making crepes. I just rolled to make crepes.
I bind their hands, and I'm like, I'm trying to just get our horses.
I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
We won't call the city guards on you, but what else could you possibly want from us? You've already thrown your own horses into the forest.
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you.
Unfortunately, I do need horses, though. So,
All right.
so I wanted to see if there's any that I could just buy from you right now.
I mean, the price is high because you could not be.
What do you mean our horses got thrown into the forest?
He let them all run.
He decided to jailbreak horses that belonged to him, and that no one would try to stop him from.
So they're just randomly running around?
He lost them in the attempt to cinematically break them out of the city.
Are there
fly and
horses?
go
Are
try
there
to grab
horses
them.
nearby?
They're like, what do you got? We got horses, but what do you got?
I like hold up the dagger with the blue aura dagger to them, and I'm like, this is an extremely valuable magical dagger.
We'll give you 2 horses for it.
Great. Also,
The guard immediately snatches it.
okay, I need
One of the guards.
How many more horses do I need?
Well, there's
You
8
did
in your
call
party. You can probably throw Dessa over the back of a horse with somebody else because she's wee. And then Twee can fly.
Okay, I'll be
But
right back.
you can only
Wait
fly
here.
for 10 minutes at a time outside of the Feywild.
I say to them, wait here. I'm going to be right back. Don't tell anyone, don't move, because what I'm going to come back with, you're going to be real psyched about.
They're like, no, right.
Okay, so I go back with those 2 horses. Then
She shows up with 2 more horses. You've increased your horse count to 3.
then I take one of their weird, like, treasure chests that they're carting around in their pockets at all times. I just get something from one of them, a gem or something, I guess.
What do you guys have?
You guys
She's
have
robbing you.
You guys,
Esmeralda has come demanding funds. What are you gonna? You gotta tell.
What do you
It's
need?
not just gonna be like you can have one of their random treasure chests. This is not.
I know, I'm talking to them. I'm just saying, I didn't create the situation. And we already bought horses for the,
I know.
10 times what they were worth.
All the
and then-
effort you put into just spending all your money on these.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me.
I'll trade you my +1 towel of concealing.
Sophie, no.
The same horses I
You
spent.
just went out.
Yeah.
Just let you back in.
Yeah. It was a real smart purchase. We definitely budgeted well. Everyone yelled at me for budgeting, and then...
Did we chip them? We could probably just find them later.
What time are we at, Sam?
You want to go back to those guys and I'll fucking stab them for my gold brick?
Okay. So I'm getting it. We're getting...
It's a long travel back to those hobgoblins. So
We see you.
what are you gonna
Fucking dead, remind
Look,
me.
they gave me 2 horses for the dagger, so let's just get some, you know...
Yeah, I don't need a horse.
This is just silly. Extremely silly.
Sophie!
I have
Give me a
I have
sheet.
no
No.
gold, so I
What
can't...
is that? Let me look at your inventory.
Right, here we go. 14 gold I'll give you.
Stop
Alright, so he
it.
gives you 14 gold.
what is that? One horse? Not even. Do you have like a?
Brian has things. I don't know
Okay.
what he wants to confess that he has.
Brian, can you just give us something so we can get some horses and get to this tentacle town?
I'm not gonna give up the gem. I already feel like a fucking idiot for getting rid of
What
the
you
gold
threw?
bricks.
You tried to throw gold bricks.
They're gold pieces. They're worth a lot.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Okay.
that's fine, but do you have like a? We have so many weapons. We have so many scavenged things. All right, I go.
So you go back.
No one's giving me anything. I go back. I'm like, I will give you. How many horses do I need? 4.
You have 3 horses, and
I need 5 more.
You need like 2 more for basically Bodhi and Tom or Jendi, and like otherwise
Okay.
people have to
So
double up.
I'm like, look, I'm gonna give you these 2 potions, offensive potions. They're extremely powerful, and for 4 horses.
Okay.
This is a deal that you are not going to find, especially at this time of the apocalypse. So,
They're like, all right, I'll tell you what, you can take the horses, but what we're gonna throw in is a big old tall glass of go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here, because we're gonna be in trouble for giving away these city guard horses. Go.
does that mean they're giving me the horses? Though?
They've broken eye contact and they're like waving their middle
Okay.
fingers behind them. Like,
Okay, so I take the horses.
all right, so she comes back with the horses you guys need.
I
They
gave
seem,
him
to
a
have been,
bunch
they
of
seem to have been impressed with the potion part.
Okay.
They like looked it over and were like, all right, we get that this is the real deal. Yeah. Blaine, I feel like there's something you want to say.
Yeah, I sort of snuck into the stable when you were talking to them, and I'm up on a horse. I'm gonna try to sneak out the back.
Okay. Do a stealth check.
I brought back horses for everyone.
16.
All right, so you now have enough horses where Blaine could ride a horse and not have to fly, but yeah.
Hey, if I don't lame his horse on purpose.
That was the longest way to steal and buy things you already had that probably has ever happened in the history of
I'm
Dungeons
sure
and
everyone
Dragons.
really enjoyed listening to that. I'm not going to take any responsibility for what went wrong there. We have
so-
horses. We're going.
As you start riding off, first of all, you think you see in the distance, some kobolds, like a lot of kobolds, and you think you hear above you a roaring noise. So it could be a black chromatic dragon, and you hear Dessa say something under the hood on the horse behind you, Bodhi. She's
What does she say?
trying to get your attention.
What does she say?
She's saying,
I guide my horse towards a tree, so it conks her head.
I just want to tell you something.
It's the worst bait I've ever heard.
she's trying to tell you something.
Uh-huh.
Don't you want to know?
No, I
What
don't.
if it's important?
Don't you want
It's
to know
not.
what I did? They're gonna come for you.
I hate her so much.
So that's a no? You're going to let it be a cliffhanger?
Yeah.
Alright, that'll do, everybody.
Thanks for listening. Episode 26. Next is 27. That's how it works.
Matt.
Oh my god, and this is...
Follow us on Patreon. What?
I just like to think now that this podcast is, we're just educational. We're just teaching people to count
How
one
to
by
buy,
one.
how to buy
Man,
horses?
26.
How not to buy
27
horses?
afterwards.
Take this
Fucking
podcast,
around.
if you're in high school and you're like in an econ class, like take it to your economics teacher and be like, this is how not to run a budget. This is how not to pay your monthly bills.
It's not real money, dipshit.
This is how not to pick up your.
You already made me feel bad about spending the gold brick 3 episodes ago. Whatever the fuck.
I know, but then you like Captain Whimsy Chaos Balls.
Oh, yeah. Let Blaine. I gotta let Blaine do anything.
Alright.
Whimsy Chaos Balls is a great. That's a great thing.
Maybe just gonna take that.
I would be tweet because there's already a Whimsy Chaos Balls registered with the guild.
Been in these 2 episodes hanging out.
Breathe in the microphone
Very friendly
for
to
us.
Thanks, everybody.
Back out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Nerd Poker. You can follow us at patreon.com/nerdpoker, and you get bonus episodes from there. And you can also send us anything at P.O. Box 16069, Encino, California 91416. Thanks for listening.
Mantle of Typh.
We've got Sarah, Ken, Dan, no Blaine. Instead, we've got Chris Tallman sitting in.
Hello.
Thanks, pal.
Thanks for having me.
You're usually just here at the bonus episode.
This is a double bonus.
It's a bonus regular one.
Chris will once again be taking up the mantle of Typha, the battle cook. He had a good time doing it before. We discussed a little bit more of her backstory today.
Are you going to play Tweet?
Yeah, I will play Tweet.
Before we get into our Patreon helpers, we got a guy. I should have done this weeks ago, maybe months ago. Dude I ran into in Houston and gave me $40 for the show. His name's Charlie. Thanks, Charlie.
$40 Chuck.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank
did.
you, Charlie.
God, that might be in June. I think I was in
Oh, Charlie, we owe you then.
Houston and Dallas. I did some shows. Thanks. That is a thing you can still do. It's been a little while. Charlie stepped up, but yeah. And then I had the P.O. Box was down. I didn't know you had to
Pay for it?
pay for it every year, like most things. So I let it lapse.
Did they just toss whatever was in there?
They tossed whatever was in there or sent it back. They
we need a new P.O. box for the closing.
No, it's the same one.
Oh, okay.
But it's back on. So if you got something sent back
I
to you
was straight
saying
up
this is
joking.
no longer a box,
very
it is a box again.
Get some
sorry.
sunbright. Your forehead looks nice.
Yeah, I walked through fucking Nashville without a hat. I went to a place called Biscuit
It looks
Love,
good, though.
and it was delicious.
Biscuit Love.
But I had to wait in line.
Just cut your own hole.
It was worth the 45 minutes.
Was
And I
there a
didn't
pork
bring a hat.
gravy, some kind of meat-based gravy
Oh,
in
yeah.
there?
Have you been to Nashville?
Oh, you put your own gravy.
Never have.
Oh my god. That biscuits with every meal.
Really?
Yeah, you get to the airport and they
It's a popular
shove
Southern
hot
thing in
chicken up your
general.
butt.
Yeah.
A lot of chicken and biscuits.
Yeah.
I had I had family in Texas, so I grew up with a lot of chicken fried steak.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was
Really? I think there'd be like barbecue.
There was, but I was a little kid, and I probably was interested in chicken
Too
fried
much
steak.
to eat. Too much work.
I have somebody I need to thank.
Yeah, get to it.
She drew, this will be an episode behind, but she drew the art for Jin Raidana, aka Zin's Arena. Danny Hartel of Dungeons & Dragons. She actually is one of their concept artists and costumers.
Holy crap. How'd you make that hookup?
I met her.
Nice.
She's a funny, talented human being.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Danny.
Yes. So shout out to Danny Hartel. And I'm not going to thank any Patreon listeners.
Why not?
You'll see.
Oh, okay.
Something else is going to happen today.
All right.
You're not going to hurt us, are you?
Well, I did bring whiskey today.
He thinks he might kill us listeners.
I brought the Basil Hayden's Kentucky whiskey that Peter John Burns, comedian out of Chicago, gave me.
Oh, yeah. All right.
And
We
that's...
hit that, I think, before.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to just say there's a chance you'll die.
There's a thing over there that Troman gave me. I really want to hit that Nika coffee malt over there.
Oh,
I haven't cracked that
baby.
bottle. So if you do murder Bodhi,
I don't get to drink your coffee right
no,
now.
I will open it over your head, and then I will drink the contents.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Is it good with blood? Is that what you're saying? There's a little bit of iron in there?
And then we'll start a monomark too.
If you give me a heads up, I could have Ubered here. Been prepared.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I won't drink any today because I got to keep my wits about me. So I'll drive you home and take an Uber home if I kill your character.
So you guys, and this is a little bit of catch up for you, Chris, because I don't think you've heard.
I'm at whatever's current now, which I'm
Right. So we're a couple episodes ahead with this. You guys,
well, did we say the episode number? We're episode 27. If I didn't do that already, that's where we are.
correct. And you guys left the town of Tengel. It was the only mage college town that didn't yet have a tendril reaching up to yank the moon down into the planet. You guys did see a weird green aura coming out of a building where Dessa was hiding with her guardians, Master Jenny and Master Magnus. So you guys are kind of on the run right now. You want to try to get, if I'm not mistaken, and this is, party tactics, so you guys can stop me if you think you want to consider something else at any point here, but you were going to Gantham, I believe, where it was just the closest.
Yeah.
It's the closest mage town that has already fallen. All of the other mage towns have fallen. And as you guys started writing, you encountered a little fellow by the name of Yandu. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
But Yandu, the kobold, was a messenger.
Oh, yeah.
And he wanted to tell you that Storndor was approaching the town of Tengel, and you responded, Typha crushed his skull with an omelet pan. And
I remember that.
you guys kept writing for a little bit. Dessa was trying to tell you, Bodhi, hey. She was like,
Yeah, she said she's gonna get me. I heard it. Yeah.
and then that's when you guys see some more kobolds.
Okay.
Right, Typha?
Yes, I use my perception. I am very perceptive, as well as I make a nice gumbo.
You guys are heading through some woods, and you're coming up on what almost looks like a little bit of a cliff face. You don't have a map, so you'll probably have to ride off to the right or left to get around this cliff. But as it's starting to come more into view from the trees, and you're realizing you're going to have to make a bit of a turn to get around it to get to Gantham, you see just dozens of kobolds.
Guys, I see dozens of kobolds.
And you are already going to have to kind of turn to the side a little bit, so you can go right or left. Or you can tell me what else you might want to do.
Last time I think Tom just like
Burn through them.
yeah intimidated them until we just were like get out of our
Oh, yeah,
way.
they're using it, jumping it.
However, there's a kind of a little, it's a cliff face that's about 50 yards high. You guys wouldn't be able to take your
So we just had to pick right or
horses up
left.
this. Yeah.
Flip coin.
You can also just look around more. That you have multiple options. You can investigate.
Is there anything, because I know I've got all this perception stuff, is there anything I can see as far as which way gets us? where we
Dude,
wanna go?
roll 20 because I have a list of just stuff that you can look at, and depending on how high any of you get your perception roll.
I have a 9 plus that, so it's a 16.
Great. So, Typha, you notice there's more kobolds in either direction, whichever way you go.
Oh, are we surrounded?
Not as far as you can tell, but you do think they will catch up to you no matter which
Can
way.
Tweet fly up to see?
So you ask him if he wants to do that. He plays a little ditty, shoots up, and he rolled a. Sorry, taking a second to look up Tweet stats. I should be more ready with that since I'll be driving him. He rolled a 13, so he comes out. He's like, "Yeah, I see a whole lot of kobolds. Seem to go on for a while. And it looks like there's maybe stuff besides kobolds. Not sure what."
I rolled a 20 on that. What do I see?
You definitely see. You're good. No matter which way you go, you're gonna encounter more than dozens of kobolds. It looks like they're starting to come over the cliff a little bit. Like they're
Why do they
starting
want us?
You were getting the impression that they were going to raid the city you just came from.
They have like a dragon, remember?
Okay.
And you did just hear a dragon roaring overhead that you suspect is Storndor, the Black Chromatic, who has been leveling at least one town you know
This is
of.
the thing. It's like, is our choice to like stay and save the city, or do we want to try to get to that next town and take the moon elevator?
Yeah, I say fuck these little guys.
Okay. So, left or right? Did you say? I forget.
Tweet didn't have an opinion.
He says, I think we're gonna maybe need to fight either way.
Okay.
I think it would take a bit of a ride.
That was not a bad plan. Right.
All right. So you guys head right, and you don't get too far in the woods before you do feel like, unless you double back towards Tenchel, you will be surrounded.
Is there any way to hide? Like, this is?
They see you.
Oh, all right.
Tom.
I mean, right now they're.
Just be like, we're coming through.
Yeah, we're gonna pile through. Listen, you little kobold motherfuckers.
And you're gonna keep, as you plow through, you're gonna try to just go right.
Yeah.
To keep trying to get to a more cliff face. Twee says, let me see how much longer we have to do that. Oh, I don't want to fly that high because I think there's a dragon circling over us right now.
Over us?
Yeah. But it looks like this is a weird cliff that's it's like a little bit of like we're in kind of a canyon right now, and the other side was just like a gentle slope down, and this side's sharp, so we're gonna...
Can we climb up the cliff face?
It's about 50 yards high, and you feel like you could do it, but you lose your horses. And also, there are kobolds spilling over this thing.
I'm losing these goddamn horses again.
Want to go back? We can go back. We didn't go that far.
No, I think we just keep going, right?
All right, if you guys want to plow through,
No?
it's up to you.
We're plowing through over a cliff?
No, I thought he was saying that
The kobolds?
It sense to go the other way. That I made a bad choice.
It's not that you made a bad choice, it's just you feel like this may have been inevitable. You feel like these guys were already marching on the city no matter what, and you just kind of wandered right into them.
Alright.
Burn them up.
Well, I don't care about them, I'm just trying to make sure we can get through. If we kill all of them, we can still get through on the ledge, right?
Everybody do a perception check. And,
It's like 100.
exactly, I'm going to tell you how many you can observe, depending if you get over. If anyone gets over a 20, you'll get a very precise.
17.
Type, I got a 23.
Well. Okay.
18.
Typha, you see, you think you see over 100. If you had to guesstimate, based on when you've seen a riot in the city of Tenat, there's about 130 or so in visible range, and probably more behind you and on the other side of this cliff.
So it seems like the numbers are overwhelming. This is not a fight we can win.
Yeah.
Well, they're little kobolds, and I'll say this too. These are
kobolds.
little lizard people, about 4.5 feet tall. They're wearing ramshackle junkyard
I'm more
armor,
worried about the dragon.
and they've got little spears that look like sticks.
Well, that's why it's like, can we just... They worked last time. They ignored us. They just went to pillage and plunder, your hometown.
Yeah, if we cheer them on and say, good luck, go get them. Nothing we can do with those guys. I hope you have better.
Yeah, if we just go single plow and try to go as fast as you can through them, I'll take the lead.
All right, I'm going to need everybody to do an intimidation check.
Yeah.
Tell me what your number is, and we'll go with what the highest is. And I'll say whoever gets the highest roll, you know automatically you're going to want to... You're feeling the most intimidating, and you would ride your horse to the front through these guys. Some of you, Tom and Bodhi, have very high intimidation bonuses, if I'm not mistaken.
13.
I just have a 10 on this one.
With your bonus?
Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately.
13?
We're 23.
Jesus. All right, what you got?
Type, I got a 19.
Well, oh, hell yeah, okay. So, Tom with Typha right behind you.
I'm waving a pan behind him.
Were you going to say something, sir?
No?
Okay, so, as you guys go through, these guys at first are looking at you, and they put their spears up. You guys... Your horses take a little bit of damage, and I'm going to track.
Oh, sorry. I have a 25. I thought it was 23.
Well, here's the thing. You guys rolled high enough that these guys are going to part a little bit after you crush a couple of them. But they're still kind of like around, and the rest of you are fine so far behind them. But you get through a swarm of about 20 kobolds, and you crush a couple under your horse's hooves. And you're like, oh, they are starting to kind of like turn around and like face you, and they're starting to like bang their spears on the ground, and some of them are starting to crawl over each other, so they're getting taller, like, World War Z zombies.
Shut up.
They weren't intimidated.
Keep it down.
Well, they part out of the way, and so you guys got about 100 feet through these things on your horses.
Out of how many feet?
Well, that's the thing. It's reasonably thick forest, and based on your recon, you're not sure. But at this point, you think it's rough terrain. If you made it another 100 feet, you could get over this sort of cliff face a little bit, but it's rocky, and your horses might not like it. But they would potentially be able to get up over this thing.
Okay. We're halfway there.
You notice there is a whole lot of kobolds in there too. You're sort of seeing this rocky incline underneath 100 or so kobolds that are marching over this cliff. Yes.
I'm gonna scoot up about 15 feet and cast a thunder.
All right.
Wait, isn't that just gonna incite them to attack us?
All right, roll for damage, please. What are you doing on your...
I'm looking at my thing.
Your wiener? Print out your character sheet. Remember the
I
other
know.
rule.
I don't
No
have time.
phones at the
I
table.
don't have human time for
Did you send yourself a dick pic? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Isn't your character sheet in your book? You have what looks like 7 character sheets wedged in your
I
phone.
know, they're all different.
Are you cheating on us?
Yes, I'm cheating.
You're playing other characters?
Thunderwave is...
Oh, if you're just trying to look up Thunderwave, I can look it up on my laptop.
2d8, okay.
And you're trying to hit the rocks you're trying to climb, right?
7, yeah. 11.
Okay, I'm gonna roll, because to get there, you're gonna have to lead the party sort of through another 100 feet, so... Your horse takes some more damage.
Poor horse.
From bouncing off of kobolds?
Yeah, and it creates uneven ground. Horses don't necessarily like shuffling.
Stabbing with their little spears, right?
Yeah, so, your horse is not in great shape at this point, but you cast Thunderwave, and you nuke about 20 of these things.
Nice.
And as your Thunderwave hits, you have executed kobolds named Josh Banebane, Alex Rogue, Jeffrey's Coxfired, Mick Flaley,
awesome.
Parker Andes, May Grunklet, Whale Keys, Leap and Zig, Diana Matt.
Oh, I'm not Leap and Zig.
Gale Braith, Coffee Matt, and Remriff Sire.
Thanks.
These are not usernames. These are people's real names that I tried to turn into fantasy bullshit. Wow. So this is...
Okay.
You are weird.
Yeah. Well, I went on Patreon today and I said, hey everybody, did anyone want their real names turned into dumb fantasy kobold names?
I love it.
And
now they'll probably be heroes to the executed kobold army. That's great.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, you cast that and you clear some space. The rest of you guys feel like you suddenly see an opening that's not going to last very long. Are you all going to try to rush your horses through onto this rocky outcropping?
Yeah.
Right now, based on visibility, you're not sure what's on the other side of this hill. But
I will.
If you hurry, you think you'll... Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying, and I'll try and perceive every step of the way.
All right, everybody, you're
right?
Yeah, perceive away.
Roll dexterity for your horses. All of you guys have horses with a dexterity bonus of 2, and you have a difficulty of 12 to get over these rocks. So let me know if you pass.
12. Ooh, I got a natural 20.
So did I.
Holy shiz!
Our horses
All right,
fly.
Esmeralda and Typha are just
High
booming
five
up
over.
these things.
I made it.
Sweet. Did you make it?
Made it.
Yeah, 12.
All right, I'm gonna roll for Tweet. His horse is very nervous because he keeps climbing off of it and flying.
We rolled like a 1 on our high five.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for Chendi.
I think it was gentle.
It was a gentle.
Magnus.
It needed to be like a
Yeah.
clattering.
If there's another one.
Oh, you guys haven't talked to Gago in a couple episodes, but he's with you. He's just nervous and kind of not talking.
Gago.
All right, so you guys all make it up, and I'll say Typha and Esmeralda, as you make it up, you see a full-fledged army. Get this. You can see once you get over this hill, because there's not really any trees on it, the city of Gantham and the yellow fungus-like spire that is sticking up into the clouds is not that far. Not that far. It's a couple miles away.
How far does the photo want?
You don't know, but you do know that in front of you there are hundreds and hundreds of kobolds. There are orcs riding on the backs of large wolves. There are large dragon-like creatures that are more wormish in shape, like long serpents that are also wearing armor. Yeah, kind of like Quetzalcoatl's. And other sort of, they're all black. They're all jet black. The orcs
I don't see color.
Are wearing a lot of armor. And as you get up over the hill, they notice you.
Okay, we gotta get someone to get that portal stick, right? How fast can? Oh, then they could just follow us through the portal, though.
How fast can what?
Well, I was thinking like Gago or somebody could fly. We could set the portal, and then someone could fly super quick to the town and get us at least inside. But
I can't fly. I can levitate.
Gago can go pretty fast.
Gago can go pretty fast.
Should we pause?
Sure. What?
It's a nutter puff.
A nutter puff?
Yeah, they're delicious.
You've had them?
No.
Oh my god.
Just trust me.
It looks good.
Oh yeah, they have those at Trader Joe's. They're really good.
Ooh.
Bamba.
Nutter puffs. Have another nutter puff.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Don't stop biting. It's amazing.
I like roads approved.
We didn't need to pause. That was delightful. That was just
Leave that in, yeah.
It was just a little puff break.
Our last break was brought to you by Nutter Puffs.
However,
you gotta buy these.
You took up some hourglass time that I want to start because you guys are completely surrounded.
If we go through this portal thing, yeah, they can come through, but they can come through and control to open it.
We have to get the portal to open somewhere else, though, and we don't know how
Yeah,
far. Like,
we gotta-
we just. But how fast? How
Suck
long
it or
do we
something.
think it would take? Like, if Gago or Twee just.
Flew it out there.
Let's say Gago because he's so small. The dragon might not notice.
Can we carry it?
Gago, do you show him like a staff and ask him?
Yeah.
When you do that, Gago says, man, I think I can carry that thing, but like I don't want to do it around you guys. You know, like I'll just like I could totally bench this shit, but I just feel like I can't perform under pressure.
Okay. Shit.
So Twee maybe.
Tweet go.
How fast could he go? Well, we have to set the thing first, right?
How far can you send a...
Tweet hears you and he says, real quick, I just wanted to say, I think if I take this thing, my horse is gone.
Yeah, I think we have to assume the horses are about to become a liability.
Yeah. And he says, maybe we wanna, I don't know, hang on, I'll try this. He grabs the sword and he flies off.
Wait, no, what?
Or the staff,
Well, wait, but if he's doing it, we thought he'd have to do one here first.
Do you call after him and tell
Well, that's
him?
what I feel like.
All right,
I
he goes,
feel
wait,
like.
He goes, right. I got hasty. I got excited, like back at the stables. But
I don't
he
want to
says
send him. I don't want to send Twee to his death, like especially with Blaine not here. So you know.
Okay, so he says, "Are we doing this? Cause I feel like shit's about to break bad."
Yes.
Okay, so he waves the staff at the ground, and against a large boulder.
Well, we're doing it the right way. Yes.
Against a large boulder where there's like a nice side to it. It's like about 10 feet tall. He hits a portal, and a woman's voice says, "Zoop." And the portal opens up, and it's blue right now. It doesn't look like it goes anywhere. It's just sort of like a blank opening.
My favorite thing about this game.
And Twee flies off with the staff as far as he can go. The rest of you notice that one of the orcs on a wolf starts trotting through the crowd. The crowd kind of parts a little bit.
Oh my god.
And there's a big motherfucking orc that is about 15 feet tall, has steel bands bracing his spine into his armor. He has a steel plate over one of his eyeballs, and he is ugly looking.
What's your name?
You must be the one they call.
Brian, roll a history check.
I botched it.
You botched it. This guy doesn't look familiar yet, but and he's about 20 yards away. But you hear him.
I rolled a 19 and see if I recognize him.
You rolled 19. He looks like a recognizable orc, but you don't have the ability to recognize him.
Try again now that he's closer.
You can get closer to him, but that'll
What
be
about,
an
what about
action.
my arcana, my knowledge and my studies of war and war magics?
Great. Why don't you roll a 20, and I will give you your Arcana bonus, but I'm going to give you an Arcana answer, not necessarily like a history, social kind of answer.
With my bonus, it's a 17.
Great. You recognize that he seems to be in some sort of magical enslavement.
Like a zombie army? Not zombies, but like...
He not necessarily undead, but you think he is magically bound to some greater beast.
Okay.
Are all
And
of
I would
these...
say that you have a very strong suspicion that it is
The dragon.
Storndor, the Black
Yeah.
Chromatic Dragon.
Maybe we should demand to be... Should we go see Stormbird? Or is that a bad idea?
I mean, this guy's looking at you like with great interest, and he's signaling
Hey
to his
man,
army.
I'm gonna talk to him.
What do you say?
With intimidation, I'm gonna say,
great.
hey, we're not here to fight. We're just going through you. We've got another mission. If you're going, what was the name of that town we were just in?
Potential.
Go to Tenchel. There's plenty of people ready to fight you there.
Roll 20. Tell me what your bonus is. I'll give you his response. Why don't you do that again?
No shit.
What was it? Who's the 20 counting?
That's, I think, is 17, yeah.
Alright. He responds.
More chunks for the mud.
More chunks for the mud.
Fuck you, we're going through.
You say fuck you?
Yes.
Roll again.
Fuck you, we're going through. We don't want to fight, just get the fuck out of our way. That was a 22.
Okay. So you see him wince a little bit, and he says,
Stop those little shit. I was absorbing magic resisting luck while you were crapping in your hands and rubbing it on your face.
So you're old, I get it. Get the fuck out of the way. That one's a 7. But...
oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, then, if you rolled a 7,
I'm gonna step up on the second here, too.
he says,
Respect for your elders. Plain and simple.
and he draws a sword.
Quick question. Do I have a sense of what would happen if I pointed the bone wand at a magic bound orc?
Roll a 20 and use your Arcana bonus. Because I've got all kinds of answers for that one.
22.
Yeah.
Alright, you are 100% sure that he gets a savings, like a special bonus on a saving throw against the bone wand. However, you do think it would affect him if he failed it.
Okay. Duly noted.
And he hops off the wolf. He feels like because you stepped to him, he's making a show of making everybody sort of step aside. And he's got eyes on Bodhi. He's walking over. He's about 15 feet tall, though, so he's just a big armored motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I try to dispel magic on him to try to take the spell off?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Blaine, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's this brought to you by?
This saving throw is brought to you by We're All Gonna Die! It's a really gross soda that you drink when it's got enough corn syrup to kill a horse. Dan, stop doing this shitty commercial! So, he fails his saving throw, and as you hit him with Dispel Magic, he blinks for a second. And he looks at you, and he just, he's like mad, but he can't form the words. He's just really focused on being confused.
We've saved you from
You're
your...
under a spell.
We saved
You're fighting against your will.
He looks around him, and he sees the sword in his hand, and he just roars.
At us or at the universe?
At the sky. He looks enraged.
This army's been trying to take your brain over.
He's not listening to you. He starts carving up kobolds.
nice.
But they're not fighting back. They're kind of stunned. Like they're just like everything's still really quiet. Like they don't really know what you guys did to their general.
Good job with the simple dispel magic.
Everybody get behind
Let's go.
Let's go.
Brian, roll a 20.
So we don't want to go there.
What was that? What was that rolling for?
Yeah, we can't.
Add your history bonus if you got one.
Let's help him do whatever he's
You have a plus
doing.
0 to history. It looks like.
Okay, yeah.
What'd you get?
Just a 3.
Yep. No new insight into who this guy is. But
I leaned into a kobold and I'm like, who's this guy?
he goes.
I will fight at his side and help him do what he's doing.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Just so he gets the idea.
Roll
we're on
20.
the same team. 6 plus whatever I needed.
Oh boy. Okay, so you managed to just with one swipe of your weapon take out 6 of these little things because they're all just kind of like, what the fuck? And so you kill some kobolds named Barrett Jer, Gorley T, Bell Just, Walking J, Gianelli's, Stay Dinkins, J Brad, Jambrant, Bushadan, Pagan D,
Killed myself.
Juvenaya, and Lingusis.
Excellent.
I
turned to the guy, I said, shoulder him up pretty flat on, buddy.
One of the other orc champions gets off his wolf and draws a sword and starts running towards you guys. And you see a couple more guys get off their wolves and start marching towards you a little slower, but one of them looks agitated and he's not sure what he's going to do. But
How many? Can you dispel again or no?
Yeah, he's the general now.
You see there's about 6 orc champions that look like they're a little smaller than this general guy, and they're all kind of like shoving kobolds aside to get to you.
I want to tell him to command them to stand down.
I'm going to do the same.
All right, and roll an intimidation. He's frenzying, so he's. What'd you roll?
Lower.
Yeah, he doesn't even hear you. He's just hacking at things. And Tom, roll a dexterity check, please.
4.
All right. So
What's the wall like?
Let's do my bonus.
Is it still blue?
he hits you for 3 damage just with the side of his sword while he's hacking at all the guys around him. What's that?
What's the wall like? Is it still blue?
Yes, the portal is still blue.
Can we try and intimidate, instead of him, the generals? Can we be something
The
like...
other guys?
Yeah, or whatever, the subs.
Yeah.
Be like, follow your general. He's leading you.
Roll your 20.
That's intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
19.
You get a +4, right?
Yeah, 19.
All right, so the guy who's running towards you slows down and kind of goes like...
I'm like, look what he's doing. He's your general.
Now he's walking towards you.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
say the
running,
same thing.
but-
Follow your leader. And then that was high. I just rolled 17 on him.
Okay,
So follow your
so
leader.
one of the orc champions looks like he is like charging towards Typha. 2 of them stop in their tracks, and the general guy is still just enraged and blindly frenzying and hacking.
Try to get his
these guys.
attention.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, that's a 26.
He stops and looks at you, and you just see just like black eyes, just completely blood frenzying.
Command the troops.
He says a thing to you.
I'm going to bury you so deep, your body will be as lost as famous goblin monster Jimmy Hoffa.
And so
Hot fog?
he takes a swing at you and misses.
Oh, an idiot.
Yep. He's very stupid. And he's an asshole.
Does he have his attention on Ken right now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Is he still killing kobolds?
No, he stopped and now he's swinging it.
I'm gonna sever his Achilles tendons.
Go for it. What'd you roll?
13.
That's a miss. Just goes clank off of his armor.
Okay, I try again.
Mm-hmm.
That one hits.
Well, you tell me what, because I know what his armor class is and you don't. What was it?
It's a 23.
Yeah, that's it. That is very much
That's
so.
what I thought.
Roll for damage. Roll for damage.
Motherfucker.
Roll for damage. He has good armor on.
Alright.
That's fair.
I changed it. Now I don't like the D&D Beyond thing.
You don't like the new printout?
No, because I know where the other shit was on my old.
Yeah,
page.
you gotta like add the new armor class bonus you have and all this other
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And that'll be easier.
Well, and then I had my Herald of Kilmar.
But the reason I
all handy.
electronically can click on stuff too. Like to look it up.
Oh yeah, right.
Man, you guys are such a bunch of millennials.
Yeah, that's totally what I am.
Whatever, Mom.
8
All right, so
on his
he
Achilles tendons.
is gonna do a check to see if he. Yeah, so you don't sever his tendon, but you give him a big old gash back there,
Cool.
and he is pissed, but doesn't know what happened to him because he's having a hard time focusing on anything except for the gent in front of him, which is Tom.
3.
Okay. Well, I was raging. Next time I'll frenzy, so I can get 3 attacks on him.
Sounds good. Well, we haven't rolled for orders, so I'm going to just give it to you guys in the order that you've attacked. I'm going to go and do that real quick. And also, at this point, so I'm going to go Tom, Bodhi, Tweet out of it. Typha and Esmeralda, you have not attacked yet, correct?
Right.
Okay. I'm going to say, though, that Magnus and Jendi are taking attack positions. You guys notice Magnus is very nervous, but he pulls a wand out, and Jendi starts hovering off of her horse. I wish we had a commercial right now. This check and running order is brought to you by
PP.
PP. It's not water. It's PP. Hey, Where'd that liquid asparagus come from? Pee-pee. Alright, so,
can I ask a question?
Yeah, Typha and Esmeralda, I'm giving you a place to do stuff even though you're not in the combat order, so I'm gonna, Typha, you're inquiring, so just by a random chance I'm letting you go first. Go.
Oh, I just want, is our plan to basically fight them until this portal opens up? Are we just sort of keeping our turf?
Oh,
Okay.
Mr. Man,
That was my question.
I love you.
Staying alive. I'm into that one.
Esmeralda, is there anything you would like to declare before we move into more combat type stuff?
We rested in between. We rested
Yes.
after we got back then.
You guys are up to full health.
Okay.
Why is that important?
Oh, reasons.
Can I try to do? Can I try to stand behind the orc a little bit, so that when he's facing the other orcs, I can do my actor feat and yell, "Stand! Attack the kobolds! We've been charmed!" or whatever, using that guy's voice.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say.
However, it's going to be tricky because you're going to have to kind of get next to Bodhi.
Right.
Good boy.
Because that's where
Look at
Bodhi is.
you.
So you're going to put yourself in whatever aggro you might draw. But,
Look at your face.
what is it? What is the performance roll? Do you remember? I know I've looked this up 3 times now, but... I know, we need to get, Eldritch Knight spell cards.
I have an advantage on deception and performance checks.
Charisma plus 10.
It's an actor feat, though, is the thing. Hey, Brian, what's
this? This is brought to you by Greta Van Fleet.
It just says...
Oh, you have an advantage. So, okay,
you can mimic the speech of another person.
It's a regular performance, but you get advantage.
Successful wisdom check contested by my charisma deception check allows the listener to determine that's fake. So they would have to... it's a wisdom check with them against my deception check.
Well, I get to pick if it's performance or deception. And I'm going to say, because it's a big crowd, it's performance.
But it doesn't say anything about performance. I see. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because this is more dramatic than just straight up mimic. You've got to convince multiple targets.
Okay, you're the DM then.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm ready for the hate tweets. So
I think you're right.
roll 20, and he's gonna. I'll have them resist one at a time here.
It was a very bad roll.
What was it?
It was 4.
You're never. They all failed except one.
Who was the name of the guy who failed? Oh no, that's
Well, he's one of the guys who got off of his wolf, but he's walking, and so the guys who are closer, I'll hear in that voice, "We've all been charmed," and they all go, "Oh,
Mr. Man.
And
Mr. Man.
you just see them kind of doing a weird and they were kind of doing what he was doing a second ago.
I said attack the kobolds. We've all been charmed.
Right.
Attack the kobolds. We've all been charmed.
And one of them is wait, what the, just narrowing his eyes, but the rest of them all start looking angrily at the kobolds and looking at their hands, and they're not attacking yet. But you do feel like things are next turn gonna get real insane. Tom, you're up. I will say this is a very full battlefield, and this is maybe the last round before you're all, no matter what, going to just get fucking swarmed. So now is the time to use your non-combat actions because it will be irrelevant next round.
Anything going on with the blue wall?
Nope.
Is there any way we can put our backs to the blue wall so we're at least all physically close to it?
Yeah. The only trick is it's kind of behind some of you. So by engaging the main orc, you are a little farther away from the portal. But you're kind of with the 2 Mage College folk, and the horse that slope across it. So you're kind of close to all that stuff.
Alright. I would cast a ray of 6.
Fail. Fail. You see 12 kobolds start just like puking their guts out. Kobolds by the name of Jabrad, Jambrant, Bushadam, Hagen D, Juvenaya, Lingus. Oh, we already killed them. You guys are dead. Those kobolds are alive. The puking kobolds are Brad Nickfor, Graflex, Aramat, Goodymans, Rissenjack, Hassan the Rahimer, K-Man the Unterborn, Langton K, Frydenall, Karwaka Waka, Megby Burnt, and Airjess.
Hello.
Thanks, you guys.
You're up, Ryan.
What's up, me? Oh, okay, great. Frenzy.
Sounds good. 3 attacks per round.
I attack. Well, no, the big guy's not on me anymore, huh?
I will say the big guy is in some insane frenzy of his own where he seems to be attacking anyone who talks to him. But he did have his sort of spell dispelled. So he's not enthralled by the dragon anymore.
I'm gonna throw a pouch of oil on a bunch of these kobolds.
Sure you are.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna light them up with Hair Camar.
I think you're gonna massage them.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna massage the oil
across a bunch of them.
Yeah, and then
they all just kind of look at you like, huh?
And then I prick my finger.
And the blood sacrifice creates a holy flame.
I'm also screaming "fuck you" at the top of my lungs. Yeah, 20.
All right. So as you do that, you light a flame. Kobolds named Ridbrand, Wenis, Karzam, Martimax, Seichi Alabaster, and Marton. And you light a flame. Higsy Burt, Joe's Curte, Wadylek, Broman,
Hello.
Luke McPherson, and David.
Let me pause that. What's up? I downloaded the DLC for this, so there's more enemies, more different types of enemies, different items. There's like 550 items in this game now. I knew maybe half of the original, like 300-ish, and so now I've been spending a lot of time looking up items, but some quality of life changes as far as there's just kind of little things. Some smaller rooms, some better chests, better balancing for when the items pop out. And just kind of stuff. I haven't gotten to the boss yet on the... It reset my file, it reset pretty much all my shit. So I had to re-earn my characters and things like that. But that's okay. Gives me a fresh start. So this is the first level on a new run. The card I have on the bottom right lets me see all the rooms, which isn't useful now because I already cleaned out this place. Oops. My damage is pretty low. Oh god, I thought I was at the right angle to dodge that, and I was not, and oop. Oh my god, I am just tanking hits from this guy. Oh shit. And I'm so fucked. Yeah, that's it for that. Okay. New run. I'm gonna pick a new one. Sometimes I'll just reset. It kind of... If you don't get a good starting item, it really should just reset because there's so many ways you can... You waste a lot of time trying to like just make a bad set of items work. And it kind of sucks to do, so... I usually just kind of reset until there's a golden room like right at the beginning so I can see what the item's going to be. and see if it's any good. This is pretty good starting thing. It's better than some of them are shitty. And this little twin guy will be with me the whole time, and he does pretty good damage, so that's nice. I want this. I forget exactly what that is. That's a new item. It gave. I think it ups my stats if I don't have a certain type of item that I don't have right now. So we'll take that. I try to avoid these big rooms, but I had to go this way. And that's it here. Oh, I like this boss. This boss is totally chill and easy. Oh fuck, and I fucked up and took a hit. That was stupid. I think that just gives me money. I think it does other stuff too, but I don't know what. And I'm gonna break all these poops in case they give me a poop item, which would be good to get at the beginning because there's a lot of poop. So far it looks like they're not gonna give me that poop item I want. It's the next level. Oh my god, I hate these worms. They're just really annoying. Oops. I almost always take a hit from these dumb worms. I just haven't figured out how to evade them correctly, and I suck ass at dealing with them. I need keys. I'm low on keys. I mean, I have none. I've had none for a long time. Oh god. Oh, and on the DLC, I have a timer now, so I kind of know how long I'm spending on levels, which is good. Because some of these runs are really long once you get somewhere with them, and so I've been interested to see how long they are, but I couldn't view the timer before. And I'd really like a key to get into that room, but it's unlikely I will get one. And I won't be able to buy one because, oh shit, I don't have a key to get into the shop to buy a key. So that's it. I can't do anything else here. I'm gonna break these poops. I want to get a petrified poop item. Check my stats. Yeah, okay. They're really low. Still, my damage is super low. My damage is the sword. The boot is my speed. The arrow, 3 arrows is my shot speed. The single bow is my range. The rock getting thrown is my tears amount, and the other thing's my luck. I'll pop these in case something happens. I would like to get a key. Nope, okay. And this guy should be easy if I don't make dumb mistakes. This could have been a no-hit 2 levels if I didn't take that 1 hit on the first boss like a dummy. And if I don't take 2 hits for 2 whole levels, then I earn a character that I've never earned before, because that's hard to do. Yeah, that guy was fast. Okay, it's gonna go blue for a second here. And you're gone. Fuck you.
And David Harris Jr.
Nice.
Yep, that is a bunch more kobolds you're hacking through. Up next,
well, I have another action.
Yeah, that's right. Third.
Three. I'm gonna swing the other way. That one's not as good. 10. Does a 10 work on them?
Yeah, you only take out 2 of them though.
Okay.
By the name of Cleaver Seer and Cunningham.
Cunningham?
Yeah.
Mr. C.
Steve Cunningham. And
barely alive.
Alright. That's all 3 attacks.
That was
so
stupid.
that brings us to Jenny. She is attempting to cast against...
That was also stupid.
everybody. You guys see what looks like 1,000 knives splash into a bunch of kobolds that all fall down. Master Banus takes his wand and tries to cast at the orc that looks displeased. Nothing.
Really?
Typha, you're up.
Is there anybody close to me?
There's like 1 or 2 kobolds.
I mean,
you're part of a path that sort of was cleared by a thunder wave a while ago.
I'll swing at whoever's near me. I almost wonder if it's more value for me to hang on. Can I do like a suspend in action and then?
Well, no, but you mean you can try, doing any number of non-combat things if you don't want to engage.
Yeah, I don't really have any. I mean, I don't have any range attacks. I feel like I'm almost of more value of like keeping all the horses by the portal for when it opens, or maybe helping the wizards call shots. Like if somebody's attacking Esmeralda, could I like somehow support?
You hear coming from Bodhi's horse.
What do you want with this thing? Come on, man.
Why would I let you out?
I'll help you. You think I want to die?
No, I don't think you want to die, but what happens when you immediately turn on us? You already said you're going to fuck over Bodhi. This would be a really convenient time for you to do that.
I mean, I wanted to make this hard for you, so I
hit her with a frying pan.
Really?
I would.
Okay.
Bodhi calls over his shoulder.
That's an easy one. I'll brain her on the fucking head.
Will you?
Yes.
All right. Roll.
I hit that kobold. This kid.
Roll foresighted.
I'm not trying to kill her.
No,
you just knocked her out.
She's been knocked around a bunch.
Comedically. It's not that.
Danny DeVito style.
If you get knocked out 3 times in one evening,
she goes.
I think it's kind of on her at this point.
Oh, listen, I don't like her.
We'll see. We might play that card right now. You get a hand to the noggin.
It's comedic. Come on. It goes clang when they hit her.
It vibrates
Yeah,
in your
it's a
hand.
point
a
in
little bit
Rapunzel. I know. I mean, technical.
Gago's just buzzing around. Big guy just utterly decapitates like a shitload of these guys. And as he does so, he says,
I was beheading Alcindor when you were still popping zits on your funny face and jacking off the lingerie section of the modern traded catalog.
Who is this?
that is voice actor Hal Lublin of The Thrilling Adventure.
Oh, sure.
Welcome tonight.
Wow.
Did he know you were recording him when you were saying all these things?
No, it was weird. I came over to his house when his wife wasn't home, and I hid
just playing Fortnite
I
with
hid
him.
in his closet. How'd you know? Yeah, you were playing Fortnite, and I was like, "Hey, could you just read this real quick?" I recorded it on my PlayStation's headphones. So yeah, he takes out a bunch of guys. He's still frenzying. He's super pissed off, and that brings us around to Esmeralda. So, what you gonna do?
Am I still able to speak as the guy, or is that part over now? Excuse me.
I think you can do it again. I think it's just I don't think you have a skill. Wait, let me see. You can.
What are you looking at?
How long?
Oh, you can't. You can't use it again until you.
Yeah, I know it's a once a day thing. So.
Yeah. So
these are feats.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it'll work again.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and cast chromatic orb, if you don't mind.
No. I don't think you've cast that one yet.
I don't think I have either, because we've had a weird...
So, chromatic orb, it's a ranged spell attack. You can choose the damage type, which is fun.
Mm-hmm.
It goes 90 feet if you like.
Right.
And it does 3d8 damage of the type you choose.
Nice. I don't hurt it.
What slot level is it that also affects?
It has to be first, because I've already used.
Okay.
Yeah. 4-inch diameter sphere of energy. So I'm going to go ahead and send. Do I have a sense of what kobolds would be most susceptible to?
Well, why don't you do a perception check, and I'll tell you everything you see in the way of what is most susceptible.
9.
Doobie-doo. You get a sense that they would not respond well to acid. These are the kinds of creatures that usually come from a swamp. So, if you had to guess, you would think probably, nothing heat-related would necessarily do that well either.
Yeah,
as long as it's not heat or acid, you think it might.
Oh wait, it shouldn't be heat or acid.
Correct. You think these guys might have some acid tricks
Oh,
up their
they
sleeve.
are acidy.
They're acidy.
Got it.
Do you think they might have resistance to acid and fire?
The kobolds?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I just fucked them up with fire.
Yeah, well, you lit them on fire. I mean,
right.
they're still burning, but they took less damage than they...
Cool, I'm just gonna, poison.
Alright. Poison?
Yeah, I'm gonna try poison.
Alright, roll 3d8.
It just says poison. It's one of my choices. So.
Oh, they got
Red Bibles comes out.
chromatic poison. CC developed.
Did it just shoot me with that?
Oh, man.
Was he nice?
He was very nice.
11.
That's the one time we were off. So,
Wait, I thought you said 3d8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was 11. So
yeah, I mean, but you hit like three
yeah.
groups of them with this stuff. This like purple fluid just sprays out across all of them.
spray is poison.
None of them die, but you do feel like you've got them all kind of like hissing at you and screaming, and
They look upset.
they are not great. And that takes us back to the top. And a lot of things happen at once. You hear a great roaring in the sky, and you see 3 very long serpent-like mini dragons that had stopped and been watching the action from a distance kind of raise up on these tiny little legs, and they're like 50 feet tall, and they all kind of slam their head into the ground, and you see mud kind of splatter out as they look like they have buried their heads in the ground, and their tails start going
like digging.
Like digging. You see all the kobolds just rush towards this sort of nexus that you guys have created, a few hundred of them. The orcs, however, are in deep shit. So all of them, whether they were on your side or not, they were about 50 feet away, and they're all just buried in kobolds. The kobolds are panicking.
Cool. How's the portal looking?
Portal's still blue.
Is Twee somewhere like standing at like a fork in a road going like...
No. I will give you guys a little freebie hint though. Twee can fly for 10 minutes outside of the Feywild, and so that's how long he is probably going to fly unless he can get to the city first. So it's 10 minutes worth of turns before he's or him getting to the city before.
Okay.
So I'm taking the distance of him flying to the city or hitting the limit on his fly. That's how many turns you guys get before this portal will suddenly go shoop. So that's for
We're only at like 3, I think.
So like 9 minutes and 45 seconds, right?
You feel like you might be a third of the way into the clock.
Alright. Ken's up, right?
Ken is up. Ken, you see about what looks like a 20-foot tall wave of kobolds just hustling towards all of you. Might take a turn to get to you, but there's immediately a new dozen kobolds stabbing at your legs that are going to hurt.
I will slash at them with my sword.
Go for it.
9.
Yeah, plus your strength, right? Double +1, so that's a miss. You just swing and you just clack off their ramshackle armor. They kind of dodge around it.
Alright.
And that puts you up, Bodhi.
Frenzy.
You're still frenzying, yes?
Yeah. I'm off my horse. I'm wading through these guys.
Right. The horses are back with Typha.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna kick and slash as I go towards. I'm gonna try to make my way towards the blue wall.
Okay.
So I'm close to it when, and then have my back against it and still kill guys.
Okay.
But I'm heading towards there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna slash once. With Herald to kill. That's a crit.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, so that I have.
Alright, this is gonna be pretty.
It's a brutal critical, right?
Roll 100, please. It is a brutal. That is his first brutal critical. So he gets to get. Was it? 2.
Where's the other? Right. Yeah.
For the listeners,
Come on, 99.
Brutal critical.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
90.
Nice.
90 damage?
Yes.
90 on the critical. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
90
So
on the critical.
And this also means that you get an additional damage dice in addition to what is also happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you told me to roll a percentage. Yeah, okay.
So, Jesus Christ.
Damage.
Or
no.
I will say right before you get this damage, the head of a dragon worm bursts out of the ground in front of you, and a bunch of kobolds get knocked to the side as this medium-sized black dragon appears right in front of you.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
He's laying it out for you on a silver platter.
All right. 8, 9, 13.
13 damage?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Is that with the extra dice?
Yeah.
Okay. In addition to that, roll 3d6.
8.
Okay.
Oh, 12.
Oh, that's a lot. Alright, so as this thing comes out of the ground, you just hack this thing's jaw off. And a bunch of acid, just green flowing blood just kind of pours out of its face. And it just starts whipping its head back and forth.
Okay.
Do a dexterity check. These things might get Cronenberg-y.
Yep.
What'd you get?
Is it Dex or Athletics?
It's this is Dex. You're avoiding.
So 17.
All right, so you just manage to step out of the way as a huge pile of alien-like acid blood just splashes around your boots.
Sense would have helped me.
Yeah, you had advantage. You would have been able to roll a second time to dodge it. All right, so that'll take us to your next attack. That was your first attack.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
15.
Yeah, you going for the kobolds with this big fucking dragon in front of you.
I'll take him again.
Okay. Roll for damage, that's a hit.
9, 13.
Alright.
plus fire, or does he not take fire?
He seems to take a little bit of resistance against it. Sure, it just kind of poofs against his armor a little bit. Third attack is up.
Alright. That's 16.
That's a hit. Damage.
13.
Nice. A big old piece of pink meat sort of appears in this thing's belly, but it's real tall. I mean, it's sticking out of the ground about double your height, still thrashing around from when you knocked its jaw off. So it's pissed. It's maybe close to death, but it's not done attacking. Okay. That'll put us at...
You could blow wind on them.
That'll put us at Jendi.
We at an hour? Oh, no.
Just about. Jendi fires a bunch of magic missiles at kobolds and manages to clear some space for you guys. Looks like she puts off the wave that's going to hit Tom, Bodhi, and Esmeralda first by at least half a turn-ish. Maybe you won't take quite as much damage there. Magnus is just sort of firing his wand, and he cannot get a response from anything with his wand. He's just panicking. So you feel like you're fending him off, but it might be a couple more turns. It's going to be a big cliffhanger for this episode. You guys have got still hundreds of kobolds coming down on you. And you saw 3 large large enough to be terrifying, but smaller than Stormdoor serpent-like dragons go on the ground, and only one has come up out of the ground so far, right in Bodhi's face.
Bodhi relieved it of its jaw.
He did. And there's also a few other beasties in this thing that could come right after you. So we're gonna hit pause.
Thanks for listening, guys. That was episode 27 of Brian Posehne's Nerd Poker. BrianPosehne.com. Pick up Mad Magazine. Anything else anybody wants to plug? Chris, your new show on yet?
New episodes will probably be on... What is this on?
This is August. Like 2 weeks from now.
It'll be August, yeah.
New episodes will be on next month, probably September.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Nerd Poker. You can follow us at patreon.com/nerdpoker, and you get bonus episodes from there. And you can also send us anything at P.O. Box 16069, Encino, California, 91416. Thanks for listening. Hey everybody, this is hard for me. A friend of the show and a friend of mine, she was going to be a guest on the show soon. She was a singer for the band Huntress and another band called Starbreakers. And is all over my comedy metal record that I'm working on. Jill Janis is no longer with us. There's a memorial at the Rainbow Bar and Grill in Los Angeles this Friday evening at 9 p.m. If you would like to pay tribute to her and stop by, say, "We are here for Jill," to enter the club. To donate, which I'm doing, I unfortunately will not be able to be at the Rainbow, but donate to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention at afsp.org. And, man, if you have friends that you know are suffering from depression and that kind of thing, reach out to them. Check in on them. That's all I got. Thanks. I'm Brian Posehne, comedian, writer, actor, nerd. I've been playing D&D with my friends for a long time. I decided to do a new podcast where we play Dungeons & Dragons in my very own dining room with my wife, kid, and my noisy dogs. So meet my friends,
Sarah,
Cat, Sam, Blaine, Now it's time for another episode of Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker, Season 2. Hey everybody, I'm Brian Posehn. You're listening to Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker, episode 28. Hi friends. Hello.
Hi.
Sarah. No Blaine. Chris Taubman sitting in again for Blaine. That is something Blaine would do if he was here. Thanks for coming back, Chris.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to kill off this character.
Yes, let's do it. His last stand.
Yep, you guys are surrounded by several hundred kobolds, some medium-sized dragon worm serpents, some orcs that are buried under some of the kobolds and are probably still in fighting condition. You just don't know where they are right now because they've been swarmed. There's a chromatic dragon flying overhead, and Twee is trying to make a second portal for you guys to teleport to.
I hope that works out.
Sounds like Friday.
Oh, thank you.
Sounds like a fried egg fight.
And if we're just to take a quick glance through the comment order, and we will, because the Patreons will be thanked in a special way for the second episode on the run. We are back to Typha, I believe.
I'm going to... I would like to attack, but I unfortunately don't have much in the way of weaponry. You said there's all these people around. Can I, like, do a perception and see if... Is there, like, an
roll a 20.
I'm trying to find a dropped orc weapon rather than a total weapon. That plus my bonus. I have a 18.
Alright, so you don't see any decent dropped weapons. However, about a turn away, it'll take you a little quick jog.
Yeah.
You notice that the big guy, the big general guy.
The guy who's going wildly.
Who's frenzying near Tom and Bodhi. He's like 15 feet tall. He's fucking enormous. But he's got extra weapons strapped to his back.
Okay.
So he's really distracted by combat, but you see some hilts sticking out of scabbards and straps on his back.
Is it realistic to think that I could, without crazy risk of damage?
You'd have to definitely
I'm going to have to do it.
Thief that shit off of an active
So as long as
combat.
he's wilding...
I think he's telling you because it's doable.
Yeah, I'm going to go do
Exactly.
it. Okay, that's fine.
Cool. You would be sort of leaving the horses to Master Magnus, who is on one of the horses' backs, just flailing around with a wand.
I'm on my way over there.
Yeah, I would also just say to him, you're in charge of the horses.
He goes, what?
The horses.
Okay. He actually puts his wand away, and you get the impression he's glad to have a job that doesn't involve attacking, because he's not doing great.
That's better for me. And don't forget about the crazy evil girl who's on one of the horses.
He kind of just like sneers at you and nods, because he has a history with the crazy evil girl. You are up, Esmeralda.
Do I see Typha looking like she wants...
She's headed towards you guys, yeah. She's headed towards you, Bodhi. You're a little closer than those two.
Is there a way that I can roll, like Sarah heard this whole thing and knows that she needs a weapon, is there a way that I can see if Esmeralda might realize or think, because she has an extra, she has both a battle axe and a sword, so I think she might want to help out Typha. It's okay if no.
Roll 20 with a penalty of -1 for all the crowd roaring around you. It's the perception.
10.
Yeah, you just see off to the side, back where you came from, that Typha is yelling something, and Master Magnus is making her way towards you, and you notice she doesn't have a weapon in her hand.
Okay, I don't have the stats for that green jewel sword. Can you tell me?
Yeah, one sec. You know it has an additional magic.
I know that's a water effect, but I just didn't know what is my, what's the damage or whatever, so I can compare it to what I have.
This would be pre-magic effect, sorry.
This is brought to you by a commercial that was one of my favorites growing up for a store called Doors Unlimited. And the motto went, Doors unlimited. Unlimited doors.
This sword.
That's amazing.
This sword does 1d8 plus 2 slashing damage.
1d8 plus 2. Great.
So make a note of that on your sheet.
Okay. I'm gonna toss it, or I'm gonna give it to my friend, so I don't have to roll.
Sure. I'll take it. It's a longsword?
It's a jeweled green jeweled sword.
She's making her way towards you, and all of a sudden, you got this sucker in your hand, Typha, as we, now you actually can take a second attack if you want to do an action.
And I will.
Okay.
And for my second attack, I'm going to throw this green potion, my last green potion, into the crowd of kobolds.
Okay. You pull back and toss it, and I'm going to say you're going to do roll. Let's make it a jungle pepper. Say athletics. Roll your athletics for this to see if you can get it into a good crowd. Is there any special type of area you want to hit?
Whatever the most densely packed, I guess, area is. Because we're not exactly sure where some type of tar is. 11.
Great, okay. Did you add your bonus?
Yeah.
Alright, so this thing lands, and it only hits like 5 of the kobolds, but as it lands, you hear this loud crack, like really just insane, lightning level crack as it hits, and it sort of spiders out these long, thick green legs, almost seem to reach out and try to grab at stuff, and a couple of them just like they get really thin, almost wire thin, and just like look like they pierce a couple of the kobolds. And then you hear another crack as it all slams together, and you see like a Katamari Damacy like ball of just like this weird green muck that there's 5 kobolds stuck in.
Cool.
And they look like they're severely injured.
So we don't know their names yet.
It's funny you should say that. These dead kobolds are named Vote Siege, Crittenden, Borer Wolfgang, Vimic Godhater, and Kemi Stanton.
Thanks, guys.
Excellent murdering. And that'll take us back to Tom.
Mr. Man.
You see what looks like a giant pile of kobolds about to crash into you. They're right in your face. You think you're gonna get hit by fewer than you would have if Virginia hadn't cast a spell against them, but you're gonna get hit. Alright. You're definitely gonna hit him. You will. Damage. Alright, so you kill one kobold named Eric Bogenschutz. And then we're going to go to Eric Bogenschutz, the kobold. He lived a long life. He was an elder kobold. Yeah, well, he's sad. Yeah, well, he did some great things. Alright, you're up, Bodhi.
He's a kobold.
It's okay.
Oh, is that dragon neck still right in front of me?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and he's probably got an attack.
Yeah, he lost his turn from getting critical in the face.
Okay.
So this turn is going to be a little more interesting for him. However, you rolled, well, you didn't roll high, but you're early in the combat order because you and Tom initiated the melee, so.
I'm going to go again.
Go for it.
20.
Wait, natural? No, yeah, very good. It's over 15.
Yeah, no, it is 15.
Okay. This thing is real fucked up. Good work. Cool. Big ol', I mean, you got an advantage on it, but do another dex check before you can roll attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, you dodge out of some more acid blood flies past you.
That's not good. 12.
Great.
Hit.
Yeah, and
Okay, 10 damage.
Alright, so this guy crashes to the ground.
Good.
He is toast.
Go to sleep.
Up next, we have this guy. Tom, rising out of the ground in front of you is another one of those dragons. He roars at your face.
Are these like the tremors?
The ones that dug in.
These are like long worm dragons. They're over 50 feet long.
Like in Tremor, like are they like those things in Tremor?
So their bodies are somewhere up, right?
How long are the
just
Tremor
saw
creatures? Because I don't remember. These things are really long and they're as wide as a bus.
They're long.
Yeah.
Alright, so maybe they're kind of Tremorsy. What were you saying?
I'm trying to get a visual.
But their bodies are still up there. We saw them dig their heads
Their back ends have gone all the way underground.
Oh, they did? So
yeah,
they're
underground.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And this one's popping up in front of Tom.
Okay, got it.
Rolled well against your AC.
This was brought to you by fans of Greta Van Fleet. Come on, Posehn, don't be a dick. We heard what you said last episode.
Tom, you take 17 points of damage as this thing grabs you and slams you against the ground.
I'm going to use my uncanny dodge skill.
Alright.
I saw it coming. And,
did you?
Well, you said I see before me a dragon come out of the ground.
Well, now I gotta look up the rules. I mean, you see it. You didn't see it coming so much as, you do... It's not your turn. But it is, let's see, an attacker that you can see, yes. Hits you with attack, yes. You can use your reaction to have the damage against you. Okay, so you take half. However, you're still in the grip of one of its arms. It's like and a wave of kobolds hits both you and both. Or that's a hit. Alright, so Tom, a bunch of kobolds just sort of cover you and the worm, and they try to stab at you.
A worm? They're attacking a worm too?
No, but they're like just scrambling just all over the fucking place. And you take 9 damage from the spears as 4 of them stab you. Brian, the kobolds rolled a 20 against you.
Okay.
So badass. He doesn't care.
Man, fucking.
It's just a game, you guys.
Are they? Are they
Wait a
though?
minute.
Could I talk to them for a minute?
Alright, so you're
They
covered in
show me
kobolds.
How to
all
throw
of
a
a sudden.
baseball?
You feel your feet rock back and forth as there is more pressure being applied to you from kobolds than there is ground under the flats of your feet, and you take 21 points of damage as you have about 10 of these things stab you.
Okay.
Maybe the kobolds could take you to go see that Empire Strikes Back movie.
Huh.
Get some ice cream and talk about how great that movie is.
Esmeralda and Typha don't get hit, but you think you're gonna get hit next turn as you just see these things swarming. One of the other dragon, medium-sized dragon, comes bursting out of the ground next to the horses.
Oh, great.
Horses.
I'm sure
No.
Mr. Magnus will be just fine.
Although,
He's not dead.
You just see one of the horses disappear as it slams its face into it and buries itself back in the ground.
yeah, so it's on the back or whatever.
No, it was an empty horse. It was... You lost your horse.
You should get your money back for the
Now, underground in the tum-tums of I call them the churn worms.
I only paid a gold bar for him. No big deal.
No, those were the horses before. These
No,
are the
I
horses.
know.
These are our second set of horses.
But I paid for all our horses down the
These
road.
horses.
I paid for every horse every used in the game.
Gendy's gonna cast a spell. You see the main orc all of a sudden grab at his temple and flop onto his back as Gendy waves her hand.
Nice.
Tom, you're up. As you begin to deal with the fact that you are absolutely covered in kobolds, Tom, you hear a great roaring in the sky closer than before.
The black door?
Storm door?
I'm going to attack the...
You hear.
Ow.
Ow.
Bye.
Sorry, people sitting at your desk or in your car or
I'm sorry for my friends, but not the listeners.
jogging around the lake or whatever the fuck.
On
Yeah,
their
anywhere.
stationary bike,
Yeah.
if you just fell onto the floor of valleys.
We'll put a warning right in the front of the description of this episode. Since Warning Dan is a huge acoustic asshole.
I am going to sneak attack. Dragon.
How can you sneak attack a dragon?
Yeah, it's time to look up the rules for sneak attack, which
Well,
I
it's
feel
return.
like...
You can deal an extra 5d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack for that weapon. You have advantage on that.
You could not have less advantage on an attack. Also, this enemy is currently obscured by kobolds.
You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of the enemy.
You're not within 5 feet of a dragon.
I thought it was on me.
The one in the
It
sky?
was in my hand. Oh no, talking about the one that.
Oh, the one
Your worm.
You don't have you don't have advantage because it's grabbing you. I mean, there's no way to have advantage on something. Go for it. Roll your 20. Roll your 20 and beat a 12. Great. That's certainly a hit. Roll for your damage. Finally, he has to look at his paper sheet, ladies and gentlemen.
Trying to make it easier. Sorry.
No, thank you. I'm teasing you because I can, not because
You guys all use that app?
He just got me.
You have to be connected to the like it offline. But the that you can make over there offline.
Yeah, I mean, we could try using them again. Listeners, we just sort of reinforce our core to try to resist digital interference. We had a run of episodes where you just heard that, like...
No, Ken's been using it. It's
He
just
has,
hard
and I
to
haven't heard
navigate.
anything.
Yeah, it's just hard to navigate.
I think our system's better now.
Great bait.
So, if it's a critical hit,
I blew the third bat you fell for us.
That's revenge for the horrible Mike scream that I made.
This is
I'm just like,
Thank you for doing that.
the whatever parts per million of the within your innards is in my nostril. Yes, please keep talking while I cry.
It's come classic.
For this weapon.
And I said great babe.
There was some Chinese
I mean, that was good. I don't know what the regular damage is. It's a critical that I was fine. That's a classic D&D move.
Was it General Tso's chicken?
Yeah, did you get that?
Yeah.
Did you get that Chinese mustard?
Say it one more time, Ken. I was literally crying from the disgusting food. Yes.
So, critical hit.
Yes.
I roll a 20.
Did you get a 20 with your bonus?
Yes.
Oh, well, then there we go.
Critical is 20. Your bonus counts for the critical?
For this specific weapon, it does. Because it's about how pure the strike is. It's a homebrew weapon. It's like cheating.
Anybody start Castle Rock? I started. I like it. I'm in. I mean, I was in just because
Sure.
it's called Afterbirth.
Me too. That's why I'm real excited about that.
You'll dig it. I didn't watch Mr. Mercedes, but I read all those books. But I want to watch that somewhere too.
More than one Mr. Mercedes book? 23.
There's 3.
Oh, I didn't know
Well,
that.
there's a series, yeah. They're not called all Mr. Mercedes,
Right.
but it's the same characters.
Detective.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Spoiler.
You're able to pierce through this thing's ribs.
Another guy.
With this white hot beam of light just kind of shoots in there with your sword, and you see it just coursing through the blade. However, you get splashed with 2 damage of acid as blood sprays out of this thing because it's still on top of you, and there's no way to dodge when something's bleeding on you and grabbing you at the same time. But you screwed it up real. Yeah, exactly. You're just in the blood rapture. You're up, Bodhi.
Oh, and by the way, by the time this episode airs, you'll be able to pre-order my book.
Oh, yay!
At places where you would do that. I will. Well, no, there's like. Well, my publisher said don't push everybody towards Amazon. That there's a bunch of other great places to be for people to use. If people still use Barnes and Noble, it'll be there in pre-sale.
You buy them at all.
Yeah, you do. Buy a bunch of them.
You can read it as a book, the whole thing, isn't that a thing?
Sure.
Right. All right, copy.
Is it my turn again?
The digital.
Yes.
You botched? Is that what you
No,
said?
I did. No, I
Cool,
did.
Bodhi botched.
Yeah. Was it my turn?
It sure is, and there's a dead worm on the ground.
Right. Okay.
But
I'm kind of overtaken by these dipshits, right?
Yeah, they're all over you.
All right. Well, my first.
You got a
move-
thin coating of cobalt on you.
I'm gonna try to shake them off before I slash.
Sweet. That will be an athletics check. Difficulty will vary. You tell me what your athletics roll is, I'll tell you how many you can shake off. Or what percentage of them you can shake off.
14.
Cool. That is pretty good. You get like your upper torso off, but they're still clinging to your legs.
Okay.
You get 2 more inches.
Now I'm gonna slash.
Right.
At the ones at my legs.
Right.
Actually, stabby slashy.
Right. Stabby slashy time.
Shit. Bocce booch.
This is not good. Roll a 100.
Alright. I know how it works.
I know, it's, yeah. You just got a critical. You just think of the happy times.
City kid. Shit my pants forever.
He's looking only like about another minute.
I have a lot of. I'm gonna last.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna be. You guys might all die, but I'll
All
still
right,
be
so you
swinging
just graze.
till I die.
Is that good?
I'll be the last man standing.
You ping your sword off of the kobold's armor and it hits you in the leg for 1 damage. It's no big deal at all.
I didn't think it was.
All right, bro.
We're on the same team, but still.
No, everyone's a little.
I'm the good kind of bro, though.
Yeah.
I'm like Great Baron when he drank.
Is that good?
Yeah, in a fight he was awesome.
I was gonna say he's like infamous for that. Though.
Yeah. Oh, but watching punch people on the streets of San Francisco was incredible. Me and Tom Rhodes were both like, that is the best thing I've ever seen. Because these dudes were fucking with us, and Baron just turned into drunk Superman. Incredible look at San Francisco. Yeah. Wow. That's a 20.
Matt?
No.
Okay. Roll for your damage. It'll be a backhand slash. Is that what you're kind of doing here?
9. Yeah.
Alright, so you take out 2 more kobolds by the name of Joel Aspirin Cakes and Just Dave. Alright. 1 more attack, I believe. Right? Or was that? No, that was you shook loose, botch, attack.
Yep.
Alright, so that brings us
Botch
to
attack.
Jandy is going to attack the butt of the dragon that ate a horse.
And I'm going to write that show.
I was just going to say, that's my favorite Chris Van Dusen book.
Magnus is guiding the horses closer to the portal.
The girls read Chris Van Dusen.
I don't know who that is.
Great kids books. We'll check them out.
Okay. Just because you were set back, they had to hit you.
Yeah.
But I didn't skip you guys. You are in fact not. They just, I had to do like a.
Totally. I just was checking here.
I made up a running order that put Magnus and Jendi ahead of you. So you are Taika.
I guess now that I have my sword, is there combat? Am I about to be swarmed?
You sure are.
My only question is, you know Typha better than I do. Would Typha get...
Only a little bit. You've embodied Typha.
But would she, at this moment, knowing we're about to be swarmed, would she be like, oh shit, for the good of everyone?